education. We've heard from the sponsor. And for me, it's always interesting hearing the perspective of a child. So at this point, we have the privilege of hearing about the experience of Jevon Robertson, who won this competition last year. And I have to let you know, interestingly, for the last couple of years, I think 2 years, Windsor Primary School won this competition. But we have news for you today. Windsor is not in the competition, so a new school will be taking the reign this year. We look forward to that anxiously. So at this point, we're happy to have Jevon back with us, and we will hear from him at this point. Come, Jevon.
Teachers, parents, participants, good morning. Last year, my teacher, Mrs. Boy, asked me to represent the Windsor Primary School at the Harder Mathematics Quiz. Last year, my teacher, Mrs. Boy, asked me to represent the Windsor Primary School at the Harder Mathematics Quiz. I was hesitant. I knew I had big shoes to fill because our own Kajmari had won the previous year. Nevertheless, I knew I was a good math student and trusted my teacher's judgment. More importantly, I would be representing my school. On the day of the preliminaries, I was nervous and wished that they could have taken another month or so to revise. On doing our short ride to the venue, I was rather quiet. To my surprise, the quiz was easy. The finals came. I was not as scared. I felt stressed, but my parents and my sister encouraged me, and my teacher said I should just do my best and have fun, and that is what I did. For me, the experience was an adventure, one that I thoroughly enjoyed. My confidence in my critical thinking and problem-solving abilities was greatly enhanced. I love the thrill. I love the thrill I get when I solve mathematics problems and equations. Mathematics fosters analytical thinking and logical reasoning, which are essential problem-solving skills. Math is my favorite subject because it is important in everyday life, notably for calculations, measurements, making predictions, just about everything. I look forward to learning more mathematics as I journey through secondary school. To you students taking part today, you are about to take part in a mathematics adventure. Feel honored to be a participant in this activity. Give your best. That is what is required of you. There are some fine prizes like laptop computers and trophies. I hope that your experience in this Harder Education Maths Competition quiz would be as rewarding as mine. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much, Jevon. He said that he had big shoes to fill. Jevon, what size you weigh? What shoe size you weigh? But he did well, and he said that the competition was fun. So that I find that's encouraging for the students participating this morning. And he did give some words of encouragement to you and to everyone listening. Thank you so much for that, Jevon. Now we move on to the introduction of our finalists. So the way this would be done, when your name is called, you will come forward and take your position. So we're going to start from the left, and this would be participant number 1, who hails from the community of Roseau Sion Hill. She wants to become an actress, and she's representing the Sion Hill Government School. Please welcome at this time Kenya Lave. Can we get some music? Kenya Lave. Come here, Kenya. Quickly. All the way to the end. All right, we move on now to the representative of Lower Bay Inc. And he wants to become an architect. This is Damarian Williams. Damarian Williams representing Lower Bay Inc. You are right next to Kenya. And we move on now to the Bel Air Government Schools representative, who is an aspiring entrepreneur, and she hails from Calbany. So this is Kenya Finley. Kenya Finley representing Bel Air Government School. And we move on to the representative of the Newgrounds Primary School, who is from the community of South Rivers and, interestingly, wants to become a mathematician. Mason Williams. Mason Williams, we expect big things from you today, Mason, with that kind of aspiration. And we move on now to the representative of the Kingstown Prep School, my alma mater, but no biases today. We have here a resident of Sign Hill Bay who wants to become a lawyer. This is Cara Farrell. Cara Farrell, representing the Kingstown Prep School. And we move on now to the representative of the CW Prescott Primary School. So we see that the town schools are represented here. Who hails from Calder, wanting to become a doctor of medicine. And entering this competition is Jace Thomas. Jace Thomas from Calder, aspiring doctor. And we move on to Kettle's Government School. Kettle's Government School. And we have Mikael Bascom, an aspiring teacher. Yes, we need bright teachers too. From Rayland Hill. Mikael? Come quick, Mikael. Upbeat today. And from the Lomans Leeward Anglican School, we have Israel Lockmore from Montrose, and he wants to become a professional athlete. I like these choices. Yes, a professional athlete in the making. And finally, we have from the Dixon Methodist School, we have TJ O'Dane from Mount Bentic, and he wants to become an architect. Interestingly, we have two aspiring architects, one from Dixon and one from Beckwith, Lower Bay. All right, so we have a diverse set of students here this morning. You have met them. We wish them all the very best. Well, first, congratulations for having made it this far, and all the very best as you compete today. We now move to the introduction of our judges, and our first judge is Mr. Sunil Lynch. He is a senior math teacher at the Central Leeward Secondary School. Mr. Lynch, please be acknowledged. Thank you, Mr. Lynch. A round of applause for our judges. We're also happy to have with us Miss Anne-Marie Williams, head of the math department at the St. Clair Dakin Secondary School. Anne-Marie, okay. And we have finally Miss Jennifer Scott, head of the math department at the Adelphi Secondary School. And at this point, I believe it is crucial to acknowledge the pivotal role that our judges will play today, the expertise, their discernment, and at the end of the day, we must honor our judges' decisions, okay? So, we've met the finalists, we've met our judges. We also have performing critical roles here this morning, our timekeeper, Ms. Nashaki Samuel, and our production assistants, we have Jocelyn Bailey and Rosemary Lewis. All right, so we want to thank these ladies for their time and their efforts in ensuring the smooth flow of our program this morning. And without further ado, we move into competition. Are you ready for the competition? Students, are you ready for the competition? Right. So we're going to make this as fun as possible. The first round is our short answer round. And rather than giving you the overview of the entire competition, I'll do it as we move along. All right, so I'll just tell you about the short answer round, and then we do that, and then I'll tell you about the next round and so on. Okay, so in this short answer round, we have 10 questions, and these questions will be displayed on the screen. I will read each question twice. After reading the question twice, you students will be given 55 seconds to answer the question and to write your answer on the display board. That's the whiteboard that you have in front of you. And you must write your answer before the 55-second time slot expires. Okay? So students, listen carefully to this. When you hear the bell, which would be rung here, right? Usually a one ring, that means go. You must start. Alright? When the bell is rung again, and this would be after 55 seconds, that means you must stop. Any student who is seen writing after the bell is rung, you will unfortunately suffer the consequences of not following the rules. And you unfortunately will will receive 0 for that particular answer. So my advice to you, follow the rule. When the bell is rung that second time, stop. Okay? Now, this short answer round is out of 30 points, and if we do the math, we'll figure out that 10 questions for 30 points means that 3 points have been allocated per question. Okay, so this is the short answer round. Just a quick reminder to teachers as well before we move on. We know that you are as anxious as the students, but we remind you that you're not allowed to communicate in any way, shape, or form with the students once the competition has started. Okay, so no whispering or prompting. That's what we're saying. All right, so with that, we move into our short answer round. This is our short answer round. Let's go. And you would write your question within this 55 seconds. Yes, you write the answer, not the question. Alright, that's the bell. So your answers should be written, and we're getting ready now to display them. We're going to be displaying the answers individually for the judges. So from Sion Hill Government School, please display your answer to the judges. Nobody should be writing at this point. Just show them quickly. Okay, so Sion Hill Government School, and we move to Lower Bay Inc. Okay, so he's shown you what he's done. Alright, so now we move on to Bel Air. Quickly, students, when your school is called, you just turn your slate. Okay, next. And this is Newgrounds. Okay. Alright, so we have to walk quickly, right, in 55 seconds. Cara, Kingsdown Prep. Okay, we have CW Prescott Primary, Jace, you see? And we have Mikhail from Kittels, and Israel from Lowmans Leeward, and TJ from Dixon. Alright, so that's question number one. Question number one, answer 12. So if you wrote 12, then you got that correct. Okay, so we move on. Oh, right. So students, the judges are asking that you write your answers bigger. So you use up the entire surface, right? Okay, so which shape below has the least line of symmetry? Which shape below has the least line of symmetry? A, B, or C? This is the time to write your answer. You have 55 seconds. So you've got to work perhaps a little bit faster if you got left behind in the first question. This one is an A, B, or C answer. Just in case you need to do any erasing. Alright, so that's your time. Just in case you need to do any erasing, there is some tissue under the desk, so you could use that to erase. Okay, but nobody should be writing at this point. So listen carefully. When you display your answers, because we are catering also for an online audience, we have cameras, we want you to display your answer to the judge and then to the camera. So from Sion Hill to Prep School, you just simply flash to the judge and then you flash to that camera over there, right? And then from CW Prescott to Dixon, you show the judges and then you show this camera, all right? Okay, so Sion Hill. All right, we have next Lower Bay. Okay, next. Okay, I see a B. Next, Newgrounds has B. Next, Kingston Prep. I recognize a B. CW Prescott. I recognize a B. Mikal from Kittels. I recognize a B. Lowman's Leeward. I recognize a B. And TJ from Dixon, I recognize a B. All right, good. So we're moving on now. Next question. Answer is B. If you got B, then you got it correct. So we're on to question number 3. A candy factory produced 212 new candy flavors and shared them equally in 4 Skittles packs. How many candies must each pack have? Again, a candy factory produced 212 new candy flavors and shared them equally in 4 packs of Skittles. How many candies must each pack of Skittles have? Remember, you have 55 seconds to work. And on the sound of the second bell, you would be asked to stop. Okay, so that's your time. That's your time. So we start with, all of the markers should be down, all right in. We start with Sion Hill as usual. How many candies must the Skittles have? What number you have there? 53. She has 53. And we move on now to Lower Bay Inc. What number you have? 53. And we move on. 53. And we move on. Newgrounds has 53. And Kingstown Prep has 53. And CW Prescott has 53. And Kittels has of bananas a vendor delivered to 5 of his customers? If a total of 210 bananas were delivered, how many bananas Zio received? Again, the pictograph below shows the number of bananas a vendor delivered to 5 of his customers. If a total of 210 bananas were delivered, how many bananas did Zio receive? That's your indication to go. Alright, students, that is your time. 55 seconds up. 55 seconds up. 55 seconds up. Don't worry. If the marker is malfunctioning. There was an extra one in a box. In a big box. I don't know any box. Huh? Okay, so we are displaying our answers at this point. We have Sion Hill Government School. Alright, who has 10 bananas? How many do you have? 10. Alright. Then Lower Bay Inc. 20 bananas. Alright, we move on now to Belair Government, who has 20 bananas. And Newgrounds Primary has 20 bananas. Kingsdown Prep has 20 bananas. CW Prescott has 20 bananas. Kittels Government School has 21 bananas. 21. Okay, and we have Lowman's Leeward Anglican. Wait, the judges have to hear this. Go. Well, we could talk about the process after, but what's your answer? Okay, so Lowman's Leeward has two bananas, and Dixon Methodist has 2. Huh? Hmm? Why? I don't understand. Okay, so judges, are you done? Right. So the correct answer is 20. Right? If you need to clarify anything, we could. Hmm? The answer is 20, but you have 2 written. 2 bananas equal 20. Now you order thinking here. Some higher order thinking. All right, so the judges will do their job. All right, we must move on. This is question 4, so we move on now to question number 5. Question 5. This is Sean. This is Sean. And he's a security officer. Security officers must work for at least 5.5 hours per day. Using a 12-hour clock, if Sean starts at 10:20 p.m., at what time should he finish? Again, this is Sean and he's a security officer. Security officers must work for at least 5.5 hours per day. Using a 12-hour clock, if Sean starts at 10:20 p.m., at what time should he finish? That's your bell, that's your bell. That's the indication to stop at this point. So, Cyan Hill, please display your answer. At what time should Sean finish? 3:50 a.m. Okay? And Lower Bay Inc. 3:50. Okay, the judges will do their job. All right. We move to Bel Air Government. 3:50. Okay, Mason Williams has 3:50 a.m. and Kingston Prep has 3:50 a.m. and CW Prescott Primary has 3:50 a.m. Well, you have 3:50. Michael Bascom, Kittel's Government, has 3:50. And Lomans Leeward Anglican also has 3:50. And Dixon Methodist has 3:50 p.m. 3:50 p.m. is written on this slate. Okay. All right. So we're 3:50 a.m. is the answer, and we're now on to question number 6. Question number 6. So we've got to work smart and we've got to work fast. If you have to erase fast. Okay. So question number 6. Question number 6. Determine how much more is 2/4 than 2/12. Huh? Oh. Determine how much more is, should I say 2/4? 2/4 than 2/12. Okay? usual with Sion Hill government. She has 8 over 12. 8 over 12. Lower Bay Inc. Help us with what you have. 4 over 12. 4 over 12. And Bel Air government. 8 over 9. And Newgrounds Primary. 6 over 12. And Kingston Prep. 4 over 12. And CW Prescott. 4 over 12. And Kittell's government. Okay, he says that he hasn't finished. Lowman's Leeward Anglican. But did you display your work still? So they see what you have. And then we have Lowman's Leeward Anglican. Yeah. If it was my decision, perhaps. But this is the judge's decision. My heart is soft. I don't know about this. Alright, so he didn't finish. Dixon Methodist. Also not finished. Okay? Alright. Okay, so that's question number 6. We're on to question number 7 now. Question number 7. Yeah, so the answer is 4 over 12 or 1/3. 4 over 12 or 1/3. Okay. This question refers to the diagram below. Which of the line segments in the diagram represents a chord? This question refers to the diagram below. We see the diagram there. Which of the line segments in the diagram represents a chord? Okay, go. If you're finished, you can secure your answer with the tissue without erasing it. Which of the line segments in the diagram represents a chord? Remember, time is going, so if you haven't finished, you might want to get something in before the bell is rung. Alright, that's the time there. So we display our answers beginning with Sion Hill Government School. She has D to B, B, D. Alright, and Lower Bay Inc. has D, B, and BD. Right, DB and BD. Right, and we have Bel Air Government has AB, and Newgrounds Primary has AB and DB, and Kingston Prep has DB, and CW Prescott Primary has BD, and Kittell's Government has DB. And Lowman's Leeward Anglican has DB. And Dixon Methodist has DB. And our answer should be DB or BD, AB or BA. Okay. Alright. That's question 7. We're almost complete with this short answer round. We are moving now to question number 8. Question number 8, based on the bar graph. So the bar graph below shows the information collected on grade 6 students. How many students prefer all types of movies except drama? Again, the bar graph below shows the information collected on grade 6 students. How many students prefer all types of movies except drama? Okay, that's the bell. That's the bell. So we display our answers to question number 8 at this point. We begin with Cyan Hill Government School. 19. She says that 19 students prefer all types of movies except drama. And Lower Bay Inc. To the judges, to the camera. And he has 4. 4 students prefer all types of movies except drama. And Bel Air Government School has 22. 22 students prefer all types of movies except drama. And New Bronx Primary, 19 students, New Bronx Primary. And we have Kingstown Prep, 17 students, Kingstown Prep. And CW Prescott, 19 students. CW Prescott says it's 19. And Kittell's Government has 19. And Lowman's Leeward Anglican, 19. And Dixon Methodist, 19. So it seems that most of the students figured that 19 students preferred all except drama. Right, question number 8. We're doing well so far. Almost through. We're on to question number 9. Question 9 is based on this pentagon. And the pentagon shape represents a playground that is completely fenced using a 75-meter length of wire. What length of wire is used on each side of the fence? Again, the pentagon shape, 5 sides, represents a playground that is completely fenced using a 75-meter length of wire. What length of wire is used on each side of the fence? Okay, that's time. That's time. We must have now our answers to question number 9, starting with Cyan Hill Government School. 15. She says that 15 meters. 15 meters. And Lower Bay Inc. 15 Grounds Primary, 15 meters. Kingstown Prep, 15. And CW Prescott, 15. Kettles Government, 15. Lomas Leeward Anglican, 15. And Dixon Methodist, 15. Was this one too easy? Everybody got it right. Congrats. Alright, so that's question number 8. Question number 8, we're winding down very nicely. The answer, 15 meters. Oh, that was 9. Sorry. So this is 10. Question number 10 refers to the diagram below. If the shape ABC forms a right angle triangle, state one possible location for the point C. So question number 10 refers to the diagram below. We see A and we see B points. If the shape ABC forms a right angle triangle, state one possible location for the point C. Okay, that's time. So now we have our answers to question number 10. What's the possible location for point C? Sign Hill Government. 3. Okay. And Lower Bay Inc. 3, 2. Belair Government, 3, 4. Newgrounds has 4, 2. Kingstown Prep has 2, 4. CW Prescott Primary. Okay, hold on. Kingstown Prep has 2, 4. CW Prescott has 5, 3. Okay, Kettles Government has above B. Higher order thinking, higher order thinking. Lomans Leeward Anglican has 4, 4. And Dixon Methodist has 2, 3. Okay, so any point with first coordinate 2 or 4 is correct. So you could have 2y or 4y. Once the 2 comes first or the 4 comes first. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the short answer round. Yes, a round of applause for all of the students. It's not easy performing under competitive conditions, So I think they're doing very well. Most of them look relaxed. Alright, so with that, we are moving now towards our challenge round. Our challenge round is based on money management, something that all of us have to do, from big get an indication of how the students performed in this round? Because I know that the audience would be interested in knowing. So as soon as the judges are finished, we would get an indication of how the students performed. And we'll just tell you about the materials that they're receiving now, along with the process. So at this point, we're going to have Ms. Jocelyn delivering some materials to the students. And these materials, in each packet, we have a geometry set, one geometry set, we have one pencil, we have one blacking pen, we have one eraser, and a pouch of money. It's not real money. Don't get excited. It's not real money. Okay. So once again, this is a challenge based on money management, and I will read the question or read the instructions, okay, that you must follow. After I read those instructions, you would have 5 minutes to mentally prepare. Just think about the solution process, right? How you're going to walk. You have 5 minutes, and then we would start the timing for 15 minutes. So you would have 15 minutes to actually sort out the challenge. Instructions from your mom. And you have your pouch of money, your notes and your coins to help you calculate if you need that kind of assistance. The solution process is important, so we've given you this 5 minutes to think about it and think about your approach of solving the challenge, and then you'd still have 15 minutes to actually go about solving the challenge. For those joining us online, we are just about midway of the competition. we had a short opening segment where we heard from the representatives of the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation, as well as Harder Education, our sponsor for this competition. And then we moved into the competitive aspect of the activity, where we saw the students competing in the short answer round. They had 10 questions that they had to respond to, after which they've moved into the challenge round based on money management, and they are at this point clarifying their thoughts on the challenge for about 5 minutes, after which they would move into the actual solving of the challenge for 15 minutes. Okay, students, so that's your 5 minutes up, just 5 minutes, right? Now your 15 minutes will begin. So from here on, we're counting down 15 minutes. At the end of 15 minutes, that's when you would have to stop. Alright, so we urge you to start working on the challenge, start solving it now. Alright, there is this sheet that's displayed on the screen there. You have it. We expect you to put your name on it, fill in the blanks, and explain how you completed the table. Right, so that is your task right now for the next 15 minutes. Remember, you have a pouch of money, so you have physical money that you can actually use and feel and touch and separate to help you. That piece of paper? Explain what you did. Okay, yes, we'll give you time to write it in. Judges, what if they didn't explain what they did? Because I noticed. Let me see. Are there any instruction, any explanations are blank? Yeah, to make a determination. Because they ain't, nothing neither. Nothing. They don't have anything for the explanation. Yeah, yeah. We are now complete the challenge round. Alright, so you're going to give Miss Jocelyn your paper with the answers. And we're going to pass these to the judges. And what we're going to do now, because we know that you have been at it all morning, so we're going to give you a little break for 15 minutes. Make sure your name is on the paper. You wrote your name on the paper? Right, make sure your name is on the paper. We're going to give the students a 15-minute break now. We do have a few refreshments for the students as well as our invitees. So we do that in 15 minutes, and when we come back, we will go through the overview of the final round, which is the speed round. Alright? We'll go through that, and then after the speed round, we'll wrap up. Right? So students, you've done well. Give the students a round of applause. They've done very well this morning. And at this point, we thank you once again for your attendance so far, and for those viewing online and staying with us and commenting and just staying engaged. We thank you also for being with us, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes after the break. Thank you. I think we had a good, engaging exercise this morning, and we look forward to a similar thing as we move along. We are now into the speed round, and just before I tell you a little bit about that and the requirements, I'll just take you back to the short answer round as well as the challenge round. We do have some scores from the judges. So in the first round, the short answer round, we had Cyan Hill gaining 21 points, Prep School 27 points, Newgrounds 24 points, Lower Bay Inc. 15 points, CW Prescott 21 points, Kittels 18 points, Bel Air 15, Lomans Leeward Anglican 21, and Dixon 21. That's in the short answer round, okay? And then you had the children competing in the challenge round. And in this round, we had Cyan Hill gaining 12 points, Kingstown Prep 14, Newgrounds 24, Lower Bay Inc. 13, CW Prescott 12, Kittels 20, Bel Air 0, unfortunately, Lomans Leeward Anglican 13, and Dixon 23. Alright, so those are the two rounds. There's still another round if you think that you didn't do so well in the first two rounds. The good news is this is the round with the most weight. So this is where you have to throw your weight, right? So do your best in the speed round. It carries the most points. We have 38 points in this category compared to 30 in the short answer round and 32 in the challenge round, okay? So do your best in this round. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we need to have an order in which you are going to come to answer your questions, right? So we have some numbers in this envelope. You're going to pick, and the number that you pick will be the number at which you will come into the room and answer your questions, right? Number 1 will stay, while numbers 2 to 9 will leave after we share the rules and all of that. So right now, all of the participants are picking. We are picking to determine the order for the speed round. This is the quick round. So the goal is to answer as many questions achievement at speed, you get bonus points. So when you've answered 5 questions, you get a 3 points. You answer 10, 3 points, 15, 3 points, 20, 3 points. So the goal is to move as quickly as possible so that you can gain your bonus points in addition to the ones that you've answered correctly. Okay? So far we've had 8 out of 9 with numbers. 8 out of 9 have picked. Alright, so who has number 1? Kingston Prep School is number 1. Judges, you might want to make this note. So Kingston Prep School is number 1. So Kingston Prep School is number 1. Who has number 2? Oh, Israel from Lomans Leeward Anglican is number 2. Number 3, we have Bel Air Government, number 3. Number 4, Lobby Inc., number 4. Number 5, Newgrounds Primary, number 5. Number 6, Sion Hill Government, number 6. Number 7, Dixon Methodist, number 7. Number 8 is Kittell's Government, and number 9 must be CW Prescott. Right? So we've had 1 to 9. Just before you leave, let me tell you about the rules. I started some of it already. So in this round, each student will be given 65 seconds to answer as many of the 30 questions as possible. Right? Each answer that you get correct is given 1 point. Because this is the speed round, as I explained before, 3 points will be awarded on the student's achievement of 5 questions. So after you've answered 5 questions, you get a 3 points. You answer 5 more, you get a 3 points. You answer 5 more, you get, right, up to 20, you get 3 points at each stage, right? So again, we emphasize quickness. If you try as best as possible to answer, right? If you feel like you really don't know it, pass. Say pass so that we move along. And if you reach to the end of the list and we still have time, you can come back to the questions that you passed, right? If a student gets to question 30 with additional time, that time will be spent answering 5 bonus questions. So it means that if you haven't passed, you answer all the questions, we still have time remaining, then you have bonus questions that you can answer and gain additional points. Right? So I think that is it. A student can accumulate up to 38 points, as I explained before, and no 2 students are allowed in the question room at the same time, which is why we're going to take you out. Number 1 stays and we take out 2 to 9. Only during the speed round a student will be allowed to answer a question if the time ends immediately after the question is read by the moderator. So let me explain this. So if I am reading and I am almost at the end of a question and the time goes, we give the student the time to answer the question, because the question, we've started it, right? In that case, a student can say pass during the speed round if they do not wish to answer a question. Well, if you can't really, if you really can't and you don't want the time to expire. Okay, so that's it really. Any questions? You understand? Okay, nice. Right, so numbers 2 to 9, you'll go with Miss Jocelyn, and we start the process with number 1. So number 1, prep school. Okay, Cara. So we'll be also hearing it because I will read it as well. we're going to try to go as fast as we could.
Yes, please.
All right, so just to get us acquainted with the process, we have some trial questions here. So Rosie could go ahead. All right, so carrot would be like this. Name one two-dimensional shape.
Square.
How many seconds are in
60.
1 minute?
60 seconds.
Give one example of an obtuse angle. So in this case, you could pass. If you don't know the answer readily, you can pass, right? Next. What does data handling involve?
Collecting data.
Right. So when you think it, say it. Say it, because collecting data allows the time to right? Yeah. So we're gonna go now, right? So this is the real thing. Speed round. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from 40?
8.
What is a fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
1/5.
What is the difference of 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Pass.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
XX.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
Pass.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equilateral triangle.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
6.
Name 2 prime factors of 30.
6 and 2.
Complete this sentence. Product is the multiple as quotient is 2.
Divide.
Okay, that's the time. 65 seconds. All right, Miss Cara. Thank you. Practicing. And then we'll move into the thing, right? Okay, so let's go. Name one two-dimensional shape. Name one two-dimensional shape. Okay. How many seconds are in 1 minute? Give one example of an obtuse angle. What does data handling involve? Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. Good. So yeah, you have to use the mic, right? So remember, we have to try to go as fast as possible, right? But you did good. You did good in that round. All right. So this is the real thing now. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is
16.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
8.
What is the fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
1/5.
What is the difference of 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Pass.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
Pass.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
Pass.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equilateral.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
6.
Name 2 prime factors of 30.
Pass.
Complete Complete this sentence. Product is to multiple as quotient is to.
Divide.
That's your time. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we've had Kingston Prep, we've had Lomans Leeward, and now we're getting ready for Bel Air Government School. Government school. So Kenya, we're going to walk through just a few practice questions just to get you warmed up, right? And then we move into the real thing. So let's go. Name one two-dimensional shape. Use the mic. How many seconds are in 1 minute? Use the mic. Use the mic.
60 seconds.
Give one example of an obtuse angle. You want to pass? If you feel like you're stumbling, pass.
Pass.
What does data handling involve?
Information.
That's it, right? Okay, so that's your practice. So again, we encourage you to try to answer as quickly as possible, right? To complete as many questions as possible in this round. All right, so let's go. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd numbers.
3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
Pass.
What is the fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
1/5.
What is the difference of 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
A rhombus.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
Pass.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
False.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equilateral triangle.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
4.
Okay, 11 questions. Thank you so much. This is Kenya Finley from the Bel Air Government School. Now we're moving to Lower Bay Inc. Lower Bay Inc. represented by Demarion Williams. So Demarion, we have a few trial questions just to get you warmed up with the process. So you could have your seat. You could sit down. So we're going to go through about 4 or 5 questions. Name one two-dimensional shape.
A square.
How many seconds are
60.
in 1 minute? Give one example of an obtuse angle.
120 degrees.
What does data handling involve?
Questionnaire, interview, and observation.
All right, so that's the trial round. So we're going now into the real thing. Going into the real thing, but remember, if you stumble, you can say pass and move on, okay? All right, so this is the speed round. This is speed round, Demarion. All right, let's go. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from 40?
8.
What is the fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces? 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Square.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
XX.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
True.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equador.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
6.
Name 2 prime factors of 30.
1. Wait, no.
Okay, that's your time. Completed 12. Thank you, 12, Marianne. Alright, so we are getting ready now for Newgrounds Primary School, represented by Mason Williams. Newgrounds Primary School. So far we've had Kingstown Prep, Lomans Leeward, Anglican, Bel Air Government, Lower Bay Inc. And so we have Newgrounds at this time. Will be followed by Sion Hill Government, Dixon Methodist, Kittell's Government, and C.W. Prescott Primary School. Okay, so Mason, we have some trial questions just to get you acquainted with the process. So we'll go through them now. Oh, the microphone. So you speak into the microphone. Yes, and remember your answers need to be short. So we move on, right? Okay. Name one two-dimensional
Square.
shape. How many seconds are in 1 minute?
60.
Give one example of an obtuse angle.
168 degrees.
What does data handling involve?
I'm handling data.
Alright, so that's our the speed run is filled with surprises, you can tell. Alright, so that's our trial questions there. So we're going to move now to the speed round. This is it, Mason. This is the real thing now. Yes, and we remind you that if you get stuck, you can say pass, right? Okay, so this is it. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
8.
What is the fraction of 1 slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces? What is the difference of 110? Name a polygon with 4 sides. What is the Roman numeral for 20? True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape. Name the triangle with 3 equal sides. How many equal faces does a cube have? Name 2 prime factors of 30. Complete the sentence. Product is to multiple as quotient is to? Name a straight line that can be drawn in a circle. How many degrees does a right angle measure? Answer. Okay. Right. So that's 15. That's 15. All right. Thank you. That was Mason Williams from the Newgrounds Primary School. All right. And Sion Hill Government School is next. We have 4 schools remaining: Sion Hill, Dixon Methodist, Kittell's Government, and C.W. Prescott Primary School. So this is Kenya Lavie of Sion Hill Government School. Kenya, you take your seat. And where's the mic? Oh, and we'll give you a mic. But in the meantime, let's do the trial questions. Right. So this is just practice, Kenya. Name 1 two-dimensional shape. How many seconds are in 1 minute? Give one example of an obtuse angle. What What does data handling involve? Okay, so Kenya will remind you, if you feel like you don't know the answer, you can pass, right? Because the goal is to attempt as many questions as possible. So you're going to speak into the mic. This is the real thing now. Try to go as fast as possible. After all, this is the speed round. So, here we go. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
8.
What is the fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
1/5.
1/5.
What is the difference of 110?
Past.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Square.
Square.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
Past.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
False.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equilateral triangle.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
6.
Name 2 prime factors of 30.
Past.
Okay, so that's 12. 12. Thank you very much, Kenya Lavier, representing Cyan Hill Government School. And we now have Dixon Methodist. We'll move on to the boys. This will be a line of boys now, Dixon Kittels and C.W. Prescott. So Dixon Methodist, represented by T.J. O'Dane. Okay, TJ, so you sit here, you take the mic. We have some, so in front. So we have some trial questions. And you try to answer as fast as possible, right? Okay, so here we go. Name one two-dimensional shape.
Square.
How many seconds are in 1 minute?
60.
Give one example of an obtuse angle.
A scaling triangle.
What does data handling involve?
Questionnaires.
Alright, so that's the end of the trial round. Students, you had your turn, right? You did have your turn. We need to give each participant a fair chance. So I'm asking you kindly not to respond to any of the answers made by the participants. Okay? Remember, everybody deserves a fair chance. Alright, so this is it. TJ, right? As fast as you could. If you stumble, say pass and let's move on. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
0.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
8.
What is the fraction of one slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces? What is the difference of 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Square.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
XX.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
Nope. True.
Name the
And
triangle. No, name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
false. Equilateral triangle.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
4.
Okay. All right. So 11. Thank you very much, TJ O'Dane. The finals of the math quiz is filled with surprises. Students giving some creative answers. All right. So we're down to the penultimate participant. So Kittell's Government School, represented by Michael Bascom. After which we'd wrap up with the CW Prescott Primary School's Jace Thomas. Okay, so Michael, we have a trial round where we just have some trial questions, about 3 or 4. So you would answer them. Again, we remind you answer as quickly as possible. If you feel that you really don't know the answer, you say pass so that we try to achieve as many answers as possible. Okay, so this is the trial round. Name one two-dimensional shape.
Triangle.
Quick, how many seconds are in 1 minute?
60.
Give one example of an obtuse angle.
100 degrees.
What does data handling involve?
Collecting information.
All right. Okay, so that's your attempt at answering some of the questions. So now we are going on to the real thing. Okay, this is the speed round. Brace yourself. Sit up. Right. So the numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers.
Odd.
Okay. 3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from 40?
8.
What is the fraction of 1 slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
5ths.
What is the difference of 100 and 10?
100 has 2 zeros and 10 has 1 0.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Rectangle.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
XX.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
False.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equilateral.
How many equal faces does a cube have? Answer.
6.
Okay. So that's 11 questions. Thank you, TJ O'Dane of not TJ. This is Kittell's, which is Michael Bascom. Thank you, Michael. So you can have your seat in the audience. And now the final competitor from the CW Prescott Primary School, Jace Thomas. Alright, so we have some trial questions for you, Jace. This is just to practice. You speak into the mic. Try to do it as quickly as possible. If you don't know the answer, if you really don't know the answer, you pass so that we move along. Alright? Okay. Name one two-dimensional shape.
Triangle.
How many seconds are in 1 minute?
60 seconds.
Give one example of an obtuse angle.
127.
What does data handling involve?
Collecting information.
Alright, so that's the end of your trial round. This is the real thing now. This is Jace at the speed round. Let's go. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even numbers. The numbers 3 and 5 are examples of odd or even
True.
numbers. 3 added 4 times is?
12.
How many angles are in a triangle?
3.
How many $5 bills can I get from $40?
8.
What is the fraction of 1 slice of pizza cut into 5 pieces?
1 over 5.
What is the difference of 110?
90.
Name a polygon with 4 sides.
Square.
What is the Roman numeral for 20?
Pass.
True or false? The triangle is the first 2D shape.
False.
Name the triangle with 3 equal sides.
Equal to a triangle.
How many equal faces does a cube have?
6.
Answer.
6.
Oh, okay, right. All right, so 11 Jace. Thank you. Thank you. So, there we have it, folks, all of the students at this speed round. So, it is just left for us now to get the scores and get the come. We have one student in the back. Oh no, but Jace, I didn't realize it's Jace. Any of the other students? We have some prizes to give away, So, if you would like to come forward and... Alright, we have a student. Come. Okay, so you take the mic, you tell us your name, what school you go to. You have to face the audience.
My name is Nayanira and I go to Lomansdale Anglican School.
Alright, Miss, how you say your first name?
Nayanira.
Naya?
Yeah.
N-I-A? Okay, Naya.
N-Y.
N-Y-A, Naya Nero. Okay, Naya, so you take your spot, which is right there. But Rose, we have to start from what it didn't do, because she can know all the answers. Huh? Let her go? Alright. Let's get a fresh set of questions. Yeah. Okay, so this is Naya Nero at the speed round. Now you ready? Alright. How many diagonals can you find in a rectangle?
Pass.
Name one example of a 3D shape.
Cuboid.
The distance around a circle is called the...
Circumference.
What is the length of a rectangle if it has a width of 3 centimeters and an area of 2 centimeters square?
Pass.
Name one method of collecting data.
Observation.
Which type of lines will never meet?
Pass.
What do lines of symmetry do to shapes?
Divide them equally.
What is the product of 6 and 3?
9.
A rectangle has how many perpendicular angles?
Pass.
How many degrees does an acute angle measure?
Pass.
The formula for the area of a triangle is half blank times height.
Pass.
How many thousands are there in the figure 1406?
1000.
How many meters can be found in 300 centimeters?
Pass.
What is the sum of 12 and 21? Alright, time up. Time is up. Alright. So we want timing. Who was grading? Who was assessing? Okay. Alright. Yes. They say you did good. Thank you very much, Naya. Alright. We need an adult. If not to do the... introduce yourself and make your point. So
Is this thing on?
you might want to talk around so that people can see you.
Camera?
But you can't be behind the others. Yeah, we're not a camera.
Is this thing on? Yes, so my name is Eric Clark, Mr. Clark from the Sign Hill Government School. I liked the competition at preliminary stage, but I'm loving the competition here now. And I like the diversity and the challenge. The challenge was out of this world. I think it's wonderful, it's relevant, it's culturally relevant and so on. I only had one problem. At the end of the second round, I think they should have gotten a time, a little warning for the 15 minutes. I think, like when it was 2 or 3 minutes before the 15, a little warning, just for them to finish up and get everything sorted. But kudos to the organizers, the sponsor. Wonderful program, wonderful competition.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Clark, for your honesty, and those comments are duly noted. Perhaps next time we can look at a countdown, like a 5-minute countdown. So the first 5 minutes you allot the students, second 5 minutes, and then, yes, that's something the math department may want to consider. Anybody else? Did you have a child or a ward performing here today? Would you like to tell us how you feel about their participation? You want to say something? Come. Tell us what your experience was like. Stand to take this mic and tell us how you felt entering the competition.
I felt nervous, but my mommy told me not to. So I tried my best and hope I did well.
Yes, give him a round of applause. Very good, very good. I think to have made it to the finals is testament that you did well. You are among the cream of the crop. This is the top 9 performers nationwide. Yes, the big boys. It used to say the big boys. Big boys and girls. So that in itself is an achievement. So regardless of the outcome today, students feel proud that you not only represented yourselves, but your schools, and you would take something along that you could learn from, and this experience we know would help to prepare you for other things in life. Alright, so judges, well, we ready with the results? Okay. Alright, so at this point we are going to move into the presentation of awards, well, the announcement of results and the presentation of awards. So we'll first invite all of the students to come forward as your name is called. You will be receiving a trophy of participation along with tokens from Higher Education. And then, of course, the top 3 performers would receive the tokens of which Mr. Wilson spoke about. The phone, the tablet, which is in transit, and the laptop. So, alright, so all of the students, take back up your positions here. As your name is called, we want to wrap up in due time. So TJ is receiving his trophy from Mr. Patterson. This is for having participated in the 2024 Ministry of Education and Higher Education Math Quiz. TJ also receives, let him receive his bag as well. So TJ, these things here you can keep as your record and inspiration and motivation. Yes, we have to get some photos. So as you collect your prize, you hold on. Okay, congrats again, TJ. Great. So now we move on to Lomans Leeward Anglican School, where we have Israel Lotmore, who represented his school. Likewise, he is receiving a trophy of participation as well as some tokens, compliments, other education. And Israel, we are very proud of you and your achievement today. And we move on now to the Kittels Government School, which was represented by Mikhail Bascom. Mikhail Bascom receiving his trophy, having made it to the finals. And some tokens which can be used for school purposes. Those tokens are contained in a higher education bag. And we move now to the CW Prescott Primary School, Jace Thomas, CW Prescott Primary School. All right, and we move on to Cara Farrell of the Kingstown Prep School. Remember, for your friends and relatives overseas, you can view this presentation online on the platforms of SVG Education Media Unit, the Agency for Public Information, VC3, and NBC Radio. And we move on now to Mason Williams of the Newgrounds Primary School. Newgrounds Primary School's Mason Williams receiving at this time. Of course, we will have photo documentation as well. So you can always go back and view the photos on the Facebook or Instagram pages of SVG Education Media Unit. All right, Mason. And we move now to Kenya Finley from the Bel Air Government School. Kenya Finley, Bel Air Government School, receiving her trophy and tokens. And we're winding down nicely. We are getting ready now for the Marion Williams from Lower Bay Inc. The Marion Williams, Lower Bay Inc. The Marion Williams, Lower Bay Inc. And finally, we have from the Sign Hill Government School, Kenya Lavier. Kenya Lavier, Sign Hill Government School. And after all, we see that Mr. Patterson handed over all of the 10. I forgot. Sorry, Ms. Franklin. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Patterson. And now we move to the announcement of the results. We had 3 categories today, but there are no category winners, so there is no token, no trophy for the categories, but we do have the top 3 positions. And again, the 3rd place winner receives a Samsung Galaxy phone. The 2nd place winner receives a Samsung tablet, and the 1st place winner receives an HP laptop, all compliments Harder Education. So at this point, we invite Mrs. Dyer to present the first 2, and Mr. Wilson will present the winner. Okay? So Mrs. Dyer. announce the third place with a total of 54 points, receiving a Samsung Galaxy phone. We have Cara Farrell, Kingston Preparatory School. Cara Farrell, Kingston Prep School. 54 points. Okay, congratulations, Cara. And then with a total of 2 points more, 56 points, we have from the Dixon Methodist School, TJ O'Dane. TJ O'Dane. And TJ is receiving an empty box. But we know that the tablet is coming, TJ. Cheer up, the tablet is coming. The tablet is coming. He wanted to use it tonight, you see. All right, thank you very much. Congratulations again, TJ. 56 points, second place. And this one is the big one, receiving an HP laptop, compliments her education, as well as a trophy to be kept by the school. So we would like the teacher, the accompanying teacher, to come forward as well. Presented by none other than the representative of Harder Education. We invite to collect first place tokens. Mason Williams, Newgrounds Primary School. Newgrounds Primary School. Newgrounds Primary School. So the teacher. Congratulations, Mason. And Mason accumulated a total of 68 points. 68. Congratulations again. Look into the camera, Mason. Congratulations again, Mason, teacher, all those that supported the journey. And we also congratulate all of the students here today for tremendous work in the competition. So, all right, so yes, but before we do that, the vote of thanks. The teacher, yes, Miss, to do the vote of thanks. So don't run away. After the vote of thanks, we're going to have some photos taken. Yeah, but we put in the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Protocol already established. A heartfelt thanks to everyone for attending today. First and foremost, we must acknowledge the presence of the Almighty God for his input and upkeep of this competition. To him we give all the glory, all the thanks, and all the praise. To Huda Education Inc., our enduring partner and sponsor, and Mr. Byron Williams, local representative, we are really grateful to you. This event would not have been possible without your financial support. Mr. Wilson, we are very much aware that your role as mediator can be very demanding one. However, from time to time again, you have shown yourself approved not only in meeting such high expectations, but also in your commitment and ease in access. We thank you for your invaluable contribution to the life of this competition. I would like to express my gratitude to all the students that participated both in the preliminary round and in the finals. Students, you can never express how thrilled we are to see that you have such mastery of your math abilities. As a teacher myself, I know the challenges and difficulties some students face with the learning of mathematics. I am aware of the many who keep saying that math is so hard. Without a doubt, today and during this competition, students, you have shown that the study of mathematics is exciting and that there are many beautiful things to learn about mathematics. Thank you. Thanks to all the teachers and parents for your unwavering support throughout this competition. Many thanks to the Curriculum Development Unit, members of the Math Department, Mr. Joel Patterson, Mrs. Nicole Franklin, Mrs. Dyer, Supervisor, for your brief remarks and strong words of encouragement. Many thanks to the CDU Media Unit, Mrs. Marla Nanton James, also Master of Ceremony, Miss Rosemary Lewis, who is always working behind the scenes, doing her specialist work in graphic designing. Always on point and always on task. To the team, your support, dedication, and hard work made the flow of things today possible. Countless thanks to the judges, Mrs. Anne-Marie Williams, Miss Jennifer Scott, and Mr. Sunil Lynch. Thanks to the media houses, API, VC3, NBC Radio. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Harry, for thanking us all. Now, before we officially dismiss, we'd just like to invite the judges quickly to come forward for a token. Let's do this quickly, please, on the stage. After which, we'll have all of the students come up on the stage for a photo, and then we'll direct you from there. So, first, one by one, we have here right, so we have Miss Williams collecting here her tokens, compliments, her education. Thank you very much for your contribution today. And we have Mr. Lynch, Sunil Lynch, also collecting his tokens. And of course, these are very relevant. We have notepads and pencils and pens and so on. Very relevant to the work that teachers do. And finally, Ms. Scott, thank you very much for your contribution today. Let's hear it for the judges. Thank you. All right, so it's just left for me to thank you all for your attendance and your attention. This has been the 2024 edition of the Ministry of Education and Higher Education Math Quiz. And we want to just thank you once again for coming. See you next year, same time, perhaps same place. Thank you. like to acknowledge the contribution of higher education to this particular activity, not just to the math quiz, but to several activities of the ministry. In fact, a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, maybe 3 or so, we held the grade 6 writing competition, which was also sponsored by higher education. So at this point, we're very happy to have the representative, Mr. Byron Wilson, and to hear from him at this time. Mr. Wilson?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And please permit me to say I agree with everything that was said by Mrs. Dyer in the opening part of it. So allow me to accept it, and so that I won't go and say all who are present here. But I'll be happy to say pleasant good morning to everyone, and in particular, the children of this nation. Higher education is pleased to be associated with this math quiz, and we've been doing it for many, many years. It shows that we are committed to the development of the human resources in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in particular, the young ones. We know that math is very important. Math is all around us. And I want to say to the students this morning, use the skills, the knowledge that you have learned in the classroom. Develop an understanding for this concept and apply them to solve problems which are all around us. Could you understand when your parents come with the receipt from the supermarket, and we know that math or VAT is 16%? What do we understand? What does that mean? Could you calculate how much it would have been if you didn't have VAT? Or sometimes your parents go online and they see things in America cost a certain price, and they say, oh, it's cheap. But then you have to add tax and freight and all those things, so that when you sell it retail, you have a different price, and they say how things in St. Vincent are always expensive. But if you use mathematics skill, you have the understanding, you will know that these things apply so that the price won't be the same. You must add VAT and so on. I'm saying that to say, whenever we learn math in the classroom, it should not stay in the classroom. It must be applied real life. And we hear on the radio that they are giving 15% discount and 20% discount and 5% discount on items, especially at Christmas time. What does that mean to someone who is going to buy? How much did it cost in the first place without the discount? And if you apply that, you are going to develop a love for mathematics. And that is what we want to do as an organization, in providing the resources that you need that will help you to develop these skills. So I want to say thanks to the Caribbean Sales Manager, Denise, Lawrence, who year after year agree with me that we should continue to sponsor this math quiz in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We know that resources are very scarce these days. And if we continue to put money into it, is because we believe that there's some benefit to come in the future. The children will benefit, and we will benefit if we continue to sell books. So therefore, as long as I'm here, and even when I'm gone, I'll ask them to continue to support the students of our nation. It's always good to partner with the Ministry of Education, and we've been doing it for a while now. And I'll say thanks to Mrs. Dyer and the maths officers who continue to collaborate with us, because not only the ministry benefit, but HADA also benefit when we have these things. So we want to continue to do our best to make sure that the students shine. To the teachers, wherever you are, those who take part and those who didn't take part, I always encourage the schools that when this opportunity comes, give the children a chance. Get them involved, and they are going to get the experience they need to move forward in life, not only in the exams, but in life in general as they go into the real world. I have some gifts that we have purchased, and the first prize, if I could call them, the first prize is an HP laptop. The second prize is a Samsung Galaxy tablet, and that one is somewhere between St. Vincent and Miami. We should be able to get it sometime this week when it arrives. And the third prize is a Samsung Galaxy A14 smartphone. Now finally, I want to give a little warning to the students. When we provide these smart devices, we shouldn't make the devices smarter than us. You know, we have this tendency that you must ask Google everything, and ask Alexia, and with your name Siri, whoever, you ask them everything. So when you give people the homework, when nobody is around, instead of trying to work it, you ask Google. And sometimes Google gives you the working too. So if teacher asks for the working, you just write down the working that Google gave you. But the funny thing is that Google is not going in the exam room. So use the devices to help you, but do not make the devices become smarter than you. Congratulations for those persons who took part, and if you are not here today, congratulations to you as well. And for those who are here, let's have some fun as you apply your skill, your knowledge, and you apply them, and hopefully one of you will come out on top. I don't know which one, but math is fun, and we want you to have some fun today. Thank you, and may God continue to richly bless you and help you to get through this activity today. Thank you.
Another round of applause for HADA Education, our sponsor, helping to make the math quiz possible this year. And of course, HADA Education's contribution allows us to celebrate the math skills of our students, and we really want to thank them for their commitment to math education and for fostering a love of learning in our community. We move on now with the program. We have so far heard the perspectives of the adults. We've heard from the Ministry of Education, we've heard from the sponsor. And for me, it's always interesting hearing the perspective of a child. So at this point, we have the privilege of hearing about the experience of Jevon Robertson, who won this competition last year. And I have to let you know, interestingly, for the last couple of years, I think 2 or 3 years, 2 years, Windsor Primary School won this competition. But we have news for you today. Windsor is not in the competition, so a new school will be taking the reign this year. We look forward to that anxiously. So at this point, we're happy to have Jevon